Good morning to one and all. Myself L. Sindhumati, and I am working as assistant professor in AAA department, and I'll be handling your classes of electrical machines 1. And in this video lecture, let us discuss on the unit 1 introduction topic and what is magnetic circuits and the parameters available in the circuits. Okay. So our subject is electrical machines 1 and the subject code is EE8301. So the subject or course covers a unit of 5 units. So the first unit will discuss on magnetic circuits and magnetic materials, and the second unit we will discuss on transformers. Third unit, it is electromechanical energy conversion and the concepts in rotating machines. The fourth unit is a DC generator, and finally the fifth unit will tell about DC motors and its principles. Okay, so what is the outcome of this course? So finally, what will you realize after completion of each course? Okay, you should also know about that. Okay, so on the completion of course 1, that is unit 1, you will realize the various concepts of magnetic circuit analysis, and the magnetic materials. On the completion of second unit, which tells about transformers, okay, so you will be able to know about the construction details, principles of operation, prediction of performance, methods of testing of transformers and three-phase transformer connections. On the third unit, which will tell about the concept of electromechanical energy conversion, principles to derive the expression for the generated voltage and torque developed in all the electrical machines. And the fourth unit, you will be able to describe about the principles of DC machines which work as generator, and you will be able to determine the load and to no load characteristics, and also the starting and methods of speed controls of the DC motors. Okay, and finally the fifth unit, which will cover about DC motor, you will be able to analyze the various losses taking place in DC motors and know the different testing methods to derive your performance. Okay, so before entering into this subject, you should also know about what is a machine. Okay, since our subject is electrical machine, you should also know about what is a machine. A machine is a piece of equipment with moving parts that is designed to do a particular job. So what is a machine? It's a piece of equipment, okay, with some moving parts that is designed to do a particular job. For example, a fan, okay, a washing machine, a motor. So these are some of the machines. So a machine usually needs electricity or gas or steam, etc. in order to work. Okay, for example, if it is a car, you need diesel to work. For example, if it is a bike, you need petrol. Okay, so you need some source to work. So that is a machine. Then what is an electrical machine? An electrical machine is a device which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy, or the vice versa. Or the vice versa is electrical energy to mechanical energy. So what is an electrical machine? Is a device which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. So when it converts mechanical to electrical energy, then it is called as generator. Okay, when it converts electrical energy to mechanical energy, it is named as motor. So if the source is DC, then it is a DC generator. If the source is the AC, then it is an AC generator. It's vice versa for the motor. An electrical machine is a device which converts the mechanical energy to electrical energy. Okay. Okay, you'll also study about transformers in this course. Okay, what is this transformer? Is an also a machine which do not actually convert mechanical to electrical or to electrical to mechanical. They just convert AC current from one voltage level to another level. Okay, so the transformer is also considered as a machine here, but it is not going to convert from mechanical to electrical or from electrical to mechanical. It is just going to convert an AC current from one voltage level to another level. For example, if your load needs 120 volt and your supply is 230 volt, then you want to use a transformer, uh, step down transformer, so that the voltage level is stepped down with respect to your load. Okay, so this is our first unit, magnetic circuits and magnetic material. So what are the points you have to discuss in this units are, you have to know about what is magnetic circuits, what are the laws governing in magnetic circuits, what do you mean by flux linkage, inductance and energy, and statically and dynamically induced EMF, what is the torque, properties of magnetic materials. Okay, we have different materials and we have to find the properties of magnetic materials, hysteresis and eddy current losses in that particular material, and excitations, AC excitation, and introduction to the permanent magnets. Okay, then transformer as a magnetically coupled circuit. Okay, since why this unit we have to study is that the DC motor, DC generator, DC motor and transformer will work with this magnetically induced law. We call it as electromagnetic induction law. So before that, you should know about the basics of magnetic circuits, then only you can understand that missions as a DC mission or a transformer and whatever may be. Okay, so you should know some basics of this magnetic circuits. Okay, what is flux, what is magnetic field intensity, what is magnetic flux density, so what do you mean by permeability, so everything you should know, then only you will have a clear understanding of that missions. So since we have to discuss the first unit, we will start with this first unit. What do you mean by magnetic circuit? So what do you mean by magnetic circuit? Electromagnetic system is an important element of all rotating electric machinery and the static devices like transformer. Electromagnetic system, so electrical to magnetic system, that is your electromagnetic. It is very important in all machineries. Okay, so that we have to know about this particular concept. The role is to create and control electromagnetic fields for electromagnetic energy conversion process. Electromagnetic energy conversion happens with the help of magnetic field as a coupling medium. Okay, you will use magnetic field as a coupling medium. Okay, the closed path followed by magnetic plus flux is called as magnetic circuit. So this is your very important line to be understood. The closed path followed by the magnetic flux is called as magnetic circuit. So then you should know what is flux. So you might have studied in your previous classes, but I will also tell you in a definition. So flux refers to the total number of magnetic field lines penetrated in an area, that is flux. Okay, so what is flux is, it will refers to the total number of field lines in a particular area, that is flux. So when it is in a closed path, it is called as magnetic circuit. In the fluxes in the closed path, okay, it's followed in a closed path, then it is a magnetic circuit. So made up of materials having high permeability such as iron, soft steel. The closed path will be made up of materials having high permeability. So what is the meaning of permeability? such as iron, soft, steel. Okay, nothing that permeability will measure a degree to which magnetic field can penetrate through that material. Okay, or you can also say that measures a material resistance to the magnetic field. Okay, Papa. So I hope you understand it. If it is to be told in definition, so permeability is the ratio of magnetic induction or magnetic field strength to the magnetic intensity. It is also told as magnetic permeability helps to measure a material resistance to the magnetic field. Okay, for example, if you want to say it in electrical circuit, we call it as when you want to allow the current flow in a particular coil. Okay, so permeability of electrical permeability will tell about the measure of materials resistance to the electrical current. Okay, so similarly, what is this magnetic permeability will help to measure the material's resistance to the magnetic field. Or the measure of a degree to which magnetic field can penetrate through that material. Measure of degree in the sense how much of field can penetrate through that material. That is your permeability. So materials having high permeability means that high degree of field fluxes can be penetrated through that material, so such as iron and soft steels. So this is your magnetic circuit with a closed path. Okay, so first part is an electromagnetic system. Okay, the electrical, this is your electrical part which supplies a DC source. Okay, this is a coil that is wounded on a core. This core is called as your iron core or maybe a steel core which has a high permeability to the flux. So this is a ferromagnetic core. This is a ferromagnetic core. So exciting coil is, this is your exciting coil. Okay, this is your exciting coil. Coil has n number of turns. So turns is rotating, so like this. So it is your n number of turns. Coil carries a current of I amps. It will carry a current of, this coil will carry a current of I. So for I amps is, if the coil carries a 5 amps of current, it is told as I amps. So for example, 5 amps. Let us take it as 5 amps. Okay, then magnetic field will be established. So when the supply is given here, and because of electromagnetic induction principle, so there will be a flux around this coil, and this flux will be carried through the core, carried through this core. So this is your magnetic field will establish in a core. So the magnetic flux will flow through this core. Okay, small flux will get leaked out. So this is your leakage flux. Okay, so this is your magnetic circuit. Okay, what is happening here? You are going to give a supply, so through a coil, and that coil is wound in the core, a ferromagnetic core. So this when the supply is given to that coil, or current is flowing through that coil, around that coil, okay, and MMF will be induced, and because of that the flux will be flowing through that coil, and if the another coil, if the core of the other limb of core is connected with the wire or a coil, an EMF will be induced in the secondary part also because of that flux flowing through this coil. Okay, that leakage flux through, there is a leakage flux. So see, this indicates your leakage flux. Okay, so this is your magnetic flux. Okay, so from that we have to derive some concept of magnetic field intensity and magnetic flux density. So before that, you should know about the concept of magnetic field density and magnetic field intensity. Okay, so what is this? So magnetic field intensity means the ratio of magnetomotive force, that is MMF, needed to create a certain flux density within a particular material per unit length of that material. Or in a short we can say that if the distance increases, the magnetic field strength will reduce. It is denoted in H. Actually, okay, before telling about magnetic field density, we shall first study about magnetic flux density and come into the magnetic field intensity. So what is this magnetic flux density? Is that amount of magnetic flux in an area, that is your magnetic flux density. Actually, it is denoted in B and it is measured in test law. B is equal to flux per area. What is this? Magnetic flux density. B is equal to flux per area and it is measured in test law. Okay, va? So then what is H? As I told you, H is a field intensity or field strength. Okay, it is a ratio of MMF needed to create a certain flux density. Ratio of MMF, magnetomotive force, needed to create a certain flux density within a particular material. So within a particular material. So this is your ferromagnetic core. Okay, within this particular material, amount of flux density to be created, that is your magnetic field intensity. And if the area increases, your magnetic field intensity will decrease. Okay, so let us now derive the function for a magnetic field intensity and magnetic flux density. Okay, so the magnetic field intensity produced in a core is H, and from Ampere's circuit law, okay, from Ampere's this is from Ampere's circuit law for a closed path. So this integration indicates the closed path. For a closed path, H is your magnetic field intensity for a particular area dl is equal to number of turns. Okay, we have studied. So number of turns into the current flowing through that turn. Okay, now you are going to derive H. Okay, if amount of field intensity is going to depend upon number of turns and the current flowing through that turn divided by the L. Okay, L is that length of that core or area of. Okay, then magnetic field intensity causes the flux density. Okay, as we have already defined, magnetic flux field intensity will cause the flux density to be set up. So what is this flux density? B is equal to mu H. Okay, actually permeability mu is equal to B by H. Okay, so from that also we can derive that B is equal to mu H. So B is equal to mu H So mu is a permeability of that particular material. So mu will be equal to mu naught into mu r into h. H is your magnetic field intensity. What is this? Mu naught into mu r is that, so I'll tell you. Permeability in the air and the permeability in the medium, that is your mu naught and mu r. Okay, it will vary depending upon your material. Okay, here we either it is iron or steel core or ferromagnetic material, whatever the material may be, the permeability in the air and permeability in the medium will vary. Okay, so now we have to substitute this equation 1. So this equation 1, okay, in equation 2. On substituting that, we'll get B is equal to, that is magnetic field, flux density, B is equal to mu into, we have derived the value for H, that is Ni by L. On substituting that, we'll get the B is equal to such a value. Now flux flowing through the core is given by, okay, what is this? Flux flowing through the core is given by flux is equal to B into A. A is the area of the cross section of that core. So from that we are going to derive that value of flux. Okay, value of flux. So we know the value of B, and you have to substitute the value of B, that is mu into Ni by L in this equation, that is third equation in fourth equation. Substitute equation 3 in 4. On substituting that, we'll get the flux value 5 is equal to Ni by R. R is your reluctance. So reluctance is something that position for an electrical circuit, what is resistance, oppose the flow of electrical current. So in magnetic circuit, reluctance is oppose the flow of magnetical field, okay, or magnetical flux, that is your R. Okay, so then the flux is equal to Ni by R. So Ni is equal to F by R. Okay, that is what your magnetic flux in this particular circuit. Okay, so you have to remember these equations up till oh my god, sorry. Okay, so up to this we have seen the concept of what is a magnetic circuit, and we shall continue in the next video lecture about the basic magnetic circuits, and we will find a difference between the magnetic circuit and the electrical circuit also, so that you will have some clear understanding of that concepts. Okay, thank you ma, we'll see in next video lecture. Thank you.